Have you ever felt like the odd one out in your own family? Well, get ready for a story that takes that feeling to a whole new level. In a land not so far away, there lived a mother with 3 daughters, each named for a very peculiar reason. The eldest was called One Eye, because she had a single eye right in the middle of her forehead. The youngest was named Three Eyes, with 2 eyes like most people, plus a third one hidden in her hair. And then there was the middle child, Two Eyes. Now, you'd think having 2 eyes would be a good thing, right? Normal. But in this family, normal was a curse. Her mother and sisters couldn't stand that 2 Eyes looked just like everyone else. They saw her as plain, common, and utterly boring. So, they treated her terribly. They dressed her in old rags and only let her eat their scraps and leftovers. Every day 2 Eyes would take her small goat out to the fields, her stomach grumbling with hunger and her heart heavy with sadness. One afternoon, sitting alone and crying, a wise woman appeared before her. Seeing the girl's tears, she offered her a magical gift. She told 2 Eyes that her little goat was no ordinary animal. All she had to do was say, "Little goat, bleat, little table, rise," and a feast would appear. 2 Eyes tried it, and just like that, a table laden with delicious food stood before her. From that day on, she never went hungry again. But back home, her mother grew suspicious. How was 2 Eyes looking so well fed when they gave her nothing but crumbs? First, she sent One Eye to spy on her sister. But 2 Eyes, knowing her sister's plan, sang a little lullaby. "Are you awake, One Eye? Are you asleep, One Eye?" And soon, her sister's single eye drifted shut. The next day, the mother sent 3 Eyes. 2 Eyes sang her song again. "Are you awake, 3 Eyes? Are you asleep, 3 Eyes?" She thought she had lulled all 3 Eyes to sleep, but she forgot about the third one. That little eye stayed wide open, watching everything. When 3 Eyes revealed the secret of the magic goat, the mother and sisters were consumed by jealousy. In a fit of rage, they killed the poor goat. 2 Eyes was heartbroken. But that night, the wise woman appeared to her in a dream. She told her to take the goatess heart and bury it in the ground in front of their house. Sobbing, 2 Eyes did as she was told. The very next morning, a magnificent tree had sprung from that spot. It had leaves of pure silver and apples of solid gold. The mother and sisters rushed out, desperate to pluck the glittering fruit. But whenever they reached for a branch, it would swing away, just out of their grasp. But when 2 Eyes approached, the branches lowered themselves, allowing only her to pick the golden apples. One day, a handsome knight came riding by. He was mesmerized by the spectacular tree and asked who it belonged to. The jealous sisters quickly hid 2 Eyes under an empty barrel and claimed the tree as their own. But when the knight asked them to pick an apple for him, they failed miserably. Just then, 2 Eyes, hidden from view, rolled a couple of golden apples from under the barrel, right to the knight's feet. Intrigued, the knight lifted the barrel and found the beautiful 2 Eyes. He was instantly captivated by her. When she effortlessly picked a whole branch of golden apples for him, he knew he had found someone truly special. He asked 2 Eyes to come away with him to his castle, and she happily agreed, finally escaping her cruel family. The knight and 2 Eyes were married, and she became a lady of the castle. Years passed, and 2 Eyes lived a happy life. One day, she looked out her window and saw that the magical silver and gold tree had followed her and planted itself in her castle garden. Not long after, 2 beggars appeared at her gate, their faces worn with hardship. It was her sisters, One Eye and 3 Eyes. They had fallen into poverty and were traveling the land, begging for food. They didn't even recognize the grand lady before them. But 2 Eyes knew who they were. Instead of turning them away or seeking revenge, she remembered the kindness she had been shown. She welcomed her sisters into her home, gave them food and fine clothes, and cared for them. Overwhelmed by her generosity, their hearts finally softened, and they repented for all the cruelty they had shown her. And so, the girl who was once scorned for being ordinary found her own extraordinary happiness, and she shared it with everyone, even those who had hurt her most. Thanks for watching our story today. If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more adventures. See you next time.